Ryan. Colin Blackwell has been a major contributor to the team this season since his recall. What have you seen from him, and could you tell us a little bit about what he's like off the ice and in the locker room?
Yeah, I mean, he's been great. I think in the locker room, he's pretty focused. I think, a guy that's 27 that's, kicked around a little bit and is getting a good chance. I think you're always going to get a really dialed-in player, a player that, doesn't take a day for granted. I think he comes to the rink for practice, and even if he misses a pass or a shot, when some of us might laugh or get on each other, he's really serious. He's trying to dial it in because that's just the attitude he's needed to get to this level, and I think it's paying off for him immensely. I think he is a great role model in that sense with his work ethic and the results he's had for everybody. So as a player, I think he's just been really tenacious on the puck. I think he competes hard, and I think he's just got a really good knack for going where to go, whether it's scoring goals or getting open. I think he's just great at being in the right spots most of the time, and that's a great asset to have, especially playing with, or for me to play with. I love playing with a guy that just gets the right places and does a lot of things Jesper Fast does a little bit, kind of just gets in those spots, kind of works hard, grinds for pucks, and those are great attributes to have as a line mate and a teammate, and he deserves every bit of success and all the accolades he's got so far. He's worked really hard for it, and I'm really happy for a guy like that.
Rookies this year don't get afforded the same opportunities as normal. I mean, you're not on the, no dinners on the road, things along those lines, all that bonding time and getting to know each time, right? How have you seen Alexi grow without that, through the course of from training camp to now? We see his game growing on the ice, but I mean, have you seen things in him that even though he's missing all these things, he's still growing from this season?
Yeah, I mean, that's a great question, actually. I think, some of the best part about playing in the NHL is to get to go on the road and go to dinner with the guys and, go experience a lot of these cities. And, you get to go to Florida, California, and all these different places. And without being able to do that, it's a different dynamic. But I think the biggest thing to remember with the young guy is that, even though it's not the same and what we're all used to, I think it's still a big culture shock for them, I think. I remember my first year just flying to a game and being in hotel rooms in junior. You're not in hotel rooms nearly as much as you are in the NHL. So there's still a lot of things that are new. There's still a lot of different hockey and life situations you're thrown into. Although it's not crazy, it's kind of like a half stepping stone without like you said, the dinners and all the fans in the buildings and stuff like that. But the good thing is in the hotel when we're on the road in Pittsburgh and some of these cities where we're not allowed to leave, but we're able to hang out more as guys and as the team. We get to we eat all our meals together, obviously, and in the meal rooms and stuff. So in one sense, I understand where your question is coming from, but in the other sense, we're also together a ton more because there's not really that much we're allowed to do. So we've really relied on each other for entertainment. I think even at the practice rink, we've been having a good time playing ping pong and stuff like that. And I think he's done a great job of fitting in and getting accustomed to what life is like. And I think some of these guys, they've been preparing for this year for so many years of their life. I think especially a guy like him that's been so highly touted, he's been expecting this moment, and I think he's just handled it all in stride, and he's done a great job.
You were just talking about Colin Blackwell a little bit in your line, but I was also curious about what it's been like for you playing with Kreider. I don't think you played with him much at all before this season, so what have your impressions been of that, and how is that chemistry coming along?
Yeah, I mean, the last 4 or 5 games have been really good for the both of us. I mean, we've been able to produce, which is nice, and starting to find a little bit of chemistry. I think, you're right. I haven't really played with him that much. He's played with Mika so much since I've been here, and to switch things up, sometimes a good look. I think he provides a totally different dynamic. Obviously, when I'm passing to my left winger, I'm used to Artemi usually pulling up, and it's a right-handed shot, so it's a little bit different. But with Kreitz, he's a bull on that wall, and he really likes to get moving. I think started to see some examples in Philadelphia, especially where I was trying to hit him with speed, and he was really just busting down and putting pucks in areas where he can get in the back. And it's a completely different dynamic, but sometimes it's good to mix things up. And both those guys are such workhorses. I think they're great at competing on pucks in both ends of the ice, and they both have some speed to them. So for me, as a little more of a cerebral guy, it's nice to play with guys that can get in there and get the pucks back and really just flying back defenders off. So it's been a work in progress. I think even in practice, say there's some things and some tendencies we were trying to pick up on the 3-on-2s and stuff, and some things we're trying to work on, and it's always a work in progress. I mean, you play with the same guys for so long, and you switch things up, it's a little bit difficult, but I think we've been going pretty well here, and last night was a little bit tough for us offensively, and we had to come in and have a good practice today, and get a little bit of that mojo back we've had the previous few games, and be ready to go tomorrow.